Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on whatever time you're watching this video. Welcome to the Teachers Launch podcast. My name is Mercy, and we have really waited for this, and we are looking forward to you enjoying this conversation. I know parents, teachers, this is a conversation that we have been looking forward to have about school trips, field trips. You can name them however, but trips mostly. And I know some parents are skeptical about the trip. You're thinking, why should I pay? Why should I pay this amount of money? And yet I could take my child there to enjoy. So let's talk about that today. And with me, I have been joined by Humphrey, who will be introducing himself in a few. Karibuni sana and welcome, Humphrey.
Thank you very much, Mercy.
Yes.
My name is Humphrey. I'm the founder of Readtrips. I would say why parents should not be skeptical about the trip is trips give you accessibility.
Yes.
Yeah. In this world, without accessibility, you'll not be able to make it. So Readtrips has been formed out of curiosity. Everyone is curious.
Yes.
You are very curious. When you wake up every morning, you are curious about how the day is. And trips, they are all formed around that concept of fine-tuning that curiosity and packaging it in a way that it can be influential in learning. It can also be impactful, not only in classwork, but also at home. So I will look forward to having an engaging conversation about this.
Yes.
And also enlighten the community, whether it's the school leaders, whether it's the teachers, and of course parents, and even students who are also probably watching this episode. So I look forward to having an engaging conversation with you, Mercy.
Yes.
Yes, let's go.
Awesome. Let's begin. So Readtrips.
Yeah.
The name is Readtrips. I'm sure you can borrow the name probably from road trips. Is that where the name came from?
Oh, maybe on the street. Feels like the name came from there.
Okay.
But the name came from learning. Just looking at which is the easiest, memorable way you can define an experience related to educational. And it just naturally came to Readtrips.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's a very cool name.
Thank you.
Road trips, Readtrips. These are Readtrips. So we'll be talking about educational trips. So Humphrey, why Readtrips? What was the main motivation, or how did it come to be?
I would say, aside from a very personal experience,
Yes.
I come from a background of architecture, trained as an architect, and it's a course that is very visual. You really have to see to be inspired. You really have to be present. And I always have a philosophy of saying the power of presence. Like we are here today, you are consuming with all your senses. And back when I was finishing my campus, architecture is a very long course, 6 years non-stop. There's a place you reach and you feel like you are getting through fatigue in terms of like the inspiration, the design. You are learning a lot. There's a lot of theory. There's a lot of content. And what was lacked was physical participation in the content you are consuming.
Okay.
You're learning about building technology happening in Dubai. You're learning about building technology happening in Rome, how the roads were constructed. Everything is very theory. And I remember with asking my classmate that time, what if someone may just decide to go and visit these places, experience them, and not only experiencing them, have someone who can disseminate an information, someone who can engage, an expert who can tell you, this is how we did it, this is the practice here. And that time, we're talking about 5 years ago, that's the time we decided, let's do a trip. We're going to do a trip to Dubai, and everyone can go to Dubai. Us going to Dubai was very, very, very different. What we were looking for was accessibility to people. Information lies with people. When you come to Nairobi, the person you speak to can make or break your experience. So we wanted to go to Dubai to meet people who are defining the landscape. And And I would say we had an amazing experience. We visited one of the biggest companies in design. These are companies who are doing projects for the Emiratis. And I'll be honest with you, I entered offices I never thought
Yes.
I would ever enter in my life. I met people I never thought I'd be able to meet. And that experience defined what we see and what we know as Readtrips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it shaped the perspective of giving this to schools and learners. Yeah.
Okay. So the motivation came from a personal experience.
Very, very,
Yes.
very personal.
Yes.
And it's actually the driving force and the philosophy of Readtrips even today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Was it maybe what you came out with from there, or how you came out as a different person that felt or made you feel the need to impact or make other people get the same feel?
I'll say a combination.
Okay.
Both. One, there's something you build when you travel abroad independently. Yeah. Your parents are not there. You know, I know there will be some ideas and some conversation later about this.
Yeah.
But the person you will become, what you see, what you absorb, what you start defining your truth. You know, I'm the person I want to be. I want to be this guy. I want to be an engineer. When you say I want to be an engineer, I want to be an engineer who can define designs globally. You really have to visit and explore places. And I was able to see places that define even in my design life. So it's a combination of the person I became and the things. And on top of that, the contacts that I built.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go to working with schools.
Yeah.
So you picked this vision and this dream, and now you're running with it. Now you work with schools. Is that true?
Yes.
Amazing. So how do you structure the trips to make sure that they are either aligning with the curriculum? Do you collaborate with teachers to see this is what we would love our students to experience, this is what we are learning in the classroom, and this is what we would love our students to do or maybe get from this trip? How do you go about that?
That's an amazing question. We have 3 rules on lead trips.
Yes.
One, we have to give students the present. The present comes by speaking to the people who are shaping the perspective. These are visiting offices, visiting factories, visiting industries, visiting companies, farms, depending on the course of study. So that's one aspect that it's there in a trip, tour or a school trip.
Yes.
The other aspect is academia. We always strive to give students an experience of learning in that country.
Okay.
We'll be visiting a university lab, see what technology they are using, how are they taught. Even high schoolers, we do take them to these campuses. They see the learning there, they see technology. Because some of these universities outside there, they run even research hub, very, very robust research hub. And these are the research hubs that companies like Google go, Apple, to go and get talent, to draw talent, to learn. At the same time, to pick research, you know. And these are when a company comes with breakthrough technology or innovation, you will find they get it from universities. And that's why they support such a university with labs. So we do visit there.
Okay.
The third aspect is the future. The future lies in the companies. These are startups. These are people who are building, shaping ideas, how to look like. And we try to give students or a school an experience of a startup in a country that they visit. Again, lead trips towards they are research oriented. We have a very robust research department looking at what can we give to our client. When you pick a school in Nairobi, what do they want? What perspective do they want to shape to their students? And we pick that and we combine it with our philosophy and we give them a package based on what they really want.
Yeah. Okay. A parent would say, let's say we are going, what was your recent place, for instance, that you have traveled or taken students out on?
We just 1 week ago, actually 10 days, I was in Singapore with a group of students and we were visiting universities. We were visiting a research institution and we also visited companies and of course the cultural experiences.
Yes.
And it was an amazing because we give students the the view of what they are going to do.
Yeah.
These are now high schoolers.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
They want to go to universities. So we did a visit to 5 universities across Singapore and Malaysia.
Wow.
And it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience, which I would encourage any parent to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Exposure, like you said, very
Yes,
important.
yes.
And I know that probably there's a parent who is somewhere and they're like, why read trips? I mean, I can take my child to Singapore, we can go and tour together or get different experiences, but why read trips?
Oh, that's amazing. I always say, any parent, any person can take you to any destination you want to go.
Yes.
But will they give you access to the places that you want?
Okay.
Yeah. Any person can take you. You can board a plane and go to London.
Yes.
A parent can book a ticket or everything themselves and take their child to London. But are you going to give that child an experience of engineering? What's happening?
Okay.
Are you going to visit that company that is doing breakthrough technology?
Yes.
Are you going to visit that university department that are going to do that?
Yes.
Do you have the time to do that? So we come here to give parents and schools accessibility.
Yes.
That's the underlying principle of Read Trips.
Okay.
Because, like I said, with accessibility is where knowledge comes from. You meet people who are defining ideas, people who are innovating, who are researching, and you always remember the people you interact with in a destination more than the things you saw in a destination. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because now that means they're also tying these experiences to their schoolmates or their fellow teens or whoever it is that they are experiencing these trips with. Okay. So when you go to a school and you have taken up a trip, what's the role of the parent in this case? How does the parent come in? Or is their work just to pay and sit back and wait for Read Trips to take care of everything else? What does the parent do?
We really like parents to be involved in this.
Okay.
Because we like receiving well-prepared learners.
Yes.
People who are curious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
People who are also independent. That I have given my child this amount of money. They are going to spend this amount of money. They are going to budget. They are there for 10 days. You are given $500, meaning you have like $50 a day. So we like parents who have also prepared their children. At the same time, we also like parents who are involved because in the journey of preparing a trip can be, you can start preparing a trip for even 1 year, even 2 years. Yeah. All the way down to 6 months, to 1 month, to 3 months. And during that time, you'll be engaging the parents. They will be involved. This is what will be done. This is the itinerary. This is what we'll be doing. This is what their budget will be. This is the parking list. So the parent, remember, at the end of the day, the parents is not only paying, they're also consuming a product. And this product is supposed to elevate, the children mindset.
Yes.
They're supposed to, refine their understanding of the world. We are actually buying parents' time.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to know to book that holiday, prepare these, I want to expose them.
Yes.
We are there.
Okay.
You have busy schedules. Getting 10 days, 15 days to go to Japan, explore Japan with your son might be a big challenge. But your son has time. And Read Trips is there to support. So we encourage and we like parents being involved in this trip.
Okay.
They are more than just paying for the trip. Yes. Okay. Paying for the trip is just a very small component for parents.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. So your son has time, your daughter has time, and Read Trips has time, but you don't. So that's where Read Trips comes in.
Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing stuff. You mentioned about budgeting and stuff like that. And I know there are some things that are not really taught in class. Like maybe in a classroom setup, there's no subject like maybe financial literacy, for instance, but this child will be handling money when they're outside and they're away from their parents. So first of all, 2 questions. One, do you have maybe lessons that you teach them maybe a package. The package comes with preparation about how to take care of yourself, how to take care of your money. This is how, if you want to buy something, this is how to negotiate. Are there such lessons? And two, do you allow gadgets? I know you will come to that. And what's the line there with gadgets?
For every trip, we are experiencing those challenges. Every school we take. Issue about money. You know, I always say the first teacher is a parent. You know, how you teach your daughter or your son to deal with money or to deal with lack of money. We see it in the trip. Yeah, we see it in the trip. And we do have a set of codes of how students or learners should relate with money. Before a trip, we take them through this. You'll be going on a destination. You have never been there.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things happening. One, the language is very different. Two, the currency is very, very different. Three, the quality of what you are consuming could also be very different. 10 euros is not 10 shillings, but written on the paper visually is 10. So teaching the learners to know the difference. This is not 10 shillings. Or this is not 100 shillings. You know, this is 100 euros. Takes a lot. Yeah. We have to take them stage by stage that this amount you are spending, you're going to spend 10 euros on this item. Remember, you're going to spend 1,500 of the money. So we have to get runners, be prepared that people come, they don't know the currencies, and we take them through that journey. We also do have a budget that we advise parents to have. Sometimes we do have trips where parents will give a child so much money. Or probably not the parent, but the child will have the money from the
the
sister,
the
savings, the uncle, the cousins. And it's a good thing to have money during a trip. But we also see negative side of that. It start taking away the mind of the child, because I have so much money. I'm just, so for them they're just looking at consumption.
Oh, what's the next thing I'm buying? What's the
they're not looking at absorption. They're looking at the consumption. Okay, that's the shop. I need to enter that shop. And if you ask the learner or the child after the trip, they really cannot be able to comprehend what they have really learned. Even probably you are using a public transportation. How did we move from this point to this point? They are not able to do that. So we don't have a set way of advising the schools, the teachers, school leaders, of course. The teachers, ultimately the parents, the budgeting, how the kids should relate with the money when they are traveling. We do have cases where by day 2 someone
has finished their money.
Has finished the money. 500 euros gone. And like, okay, of course, parents being parents, you love your child. You don't want your child to suffer. So we have a way that we tell parents, when you're giving your, okay, I hope the students do not hear this. When
take them away if they are watching.
When you are giving them money, budget, if the budget is $600, let me use dollars because it's a universal currency. Assign them $350 or $250 in cash, and keep about 100 or 200 on the card. Let them have the card, but the card should be locked. By the time they are going to make a purchase, oh, my son want to buy something worth 100 euros. I need to know. Because already the technology, you can get there.
Sure.
That way, the budget that you had of $600, you do not give the child all of the money. Because, having had, even you, when you have money in your pocket, you are easy.
Money will always find places
Yes.
to go for
Yeah.
sure.
So that's about the currency. We do have policies
Okay.
about it,
Okay.
about the budget.
Yes.
The other item about the gadget.
Yes.
This one is very big. It's some schools have gotten it right. Some schools they're still struggling with this issue. We have gotten to the point where when you are having preparation for any trip, we tell schools this is the gadget policy. We even have written articles about it.
A gadget policy.
Yes.
Okay.
That this is how you're supposed to deal with gadgets in school. Yeah. You have to have control. Of course, we are living in a different generation.
Sure.
These are students born, with gadgets. Everything is about capture, get this. And we try to balance that. Have like a 60-40. 40 of the duration of the trip is you can have the gadget. 60, you're just interacting. You are sketching.
Yeah.
You have your note. You are writing what you are picking. You are, whether it's a photo you need to take, there's a time that you get the gadget to take the photos.
Yes.
But in between, when you're now doing the activities, if you're visiting a museum, if you're visiting a school, if you're visiting a company, then we do take away the gadgets because they really do take active mind from the students.
Yes.
They become reactive. They really do not know what was happening. One thing interesting we see, when you take away a gadget from the student, I remember there's a trip last year. The trip people were very silent. Not because they were observing, but everyone
they
was
were on their gadgets.
Everyone was laughing. Hey, look what's happening back in the home. And I asked them, you are here 5,000 kilometers away from home. You don't know what's happening. You're just laughing at what's happening back home. You are missing out.
Yes.
So we took away the gadget, and now the bus is now noisy. People are, did you see that? Have you seen that car? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I like that thing. They become now social. When you take away the gadgets, they start socializing, start knowing, okay, this is my classmate, but now I'm knowing them better in a different way away from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Was it a problem when you took away the gadgets immediately? Did it take some time for them to warm up to the environment, or just naturally kids just started bonding with each other?
Of course, there are those who probably frown.
Yes.
Probably they're hiding the gadget because they are afraid to socialize. You are getting kids who have different attributes.
Yeah.
Before this trip happens, we write about how the school will prepare the learners about gadgets. So by the time even the parents themselves, they know that I may not be able to access my child anytime.
Yes. Okay.
And what we do with that, in the itinerary, we put time for gadgets. Even the parents know I'm expecting a call from my child out there.
Okay.
If I don't receive a call after 4 hours, probably they have. Probably the gadgets have been taken away by the chaperone or the teacher, and they are busy now doing activities.
Okay.
But of course, there is a chaperone who have the gadgets. There's a guide who has the gadget for documentation of their photos.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Because my next question was going to be, how do you make sure you are communicating with the parents now, having that you have the gadgets? Sometimes the child might see something beautiful and they're like, my mom has to see this at this particular time, but I like that you have chaperones to support with that. I'm also getting a lot of skills that students acquire when they go on trips outside. Yeah. Of course, there's collaboration, there's the exposure, there's just the seeing different things. So I'm really happy about that. What would be, let's say, the biggest challenge you've experienced taking children or students out on a trip? And also, is there an age limit, especially for the outside the country trips, overnight trips? Is there an age limit? And how should parents prepare the children? Yes.
I'll start with the last question. Yes, we do encourage trips for at least 9 years.
Okay.
Independently.
9 is the minimum.
Yes.
Okay.
We do have situation where we have 8, but you find probably the parent is there in the trip. If it's a school trip, the parent is joining.
Okay.
That way, the learner is not really fully independent.
Yes.
But from 9 years is when it's the limit, because a 9-year-old can be able to do a lot.
They can take care of
They
themselves.
can take care of themselves.
Sure.
They can groom themselves.
Mhm.
They can actually set an alarm.
Mm.
They can get. They are somehow independent.
Yeah.
The same way a 9-year-old, you leave a 9-year-old
Mhm.
at home
Yes.
and probably rush to the market and come back. It's the same thing. You just do it with the international travel.
Okay.
One of the challenges we do encounter about this trip is having learners who probably they are not really fitting well in the group, and they are not really cohesive. We try to. It's a very short time. A trip
Yes.
we usually take about 10 days, and you find disengaged learners.
Okay.
Probably they are not ready. They feel
Mhm.
like they were forced to go for the trip, or probably it's a trip where they're not excited.
Mhm.
They're not happy about it. Maybe it's
Yes.
a topic. Maybe you're going on a science trip. They really do not like science, and to them they are very disengaged. Other than that is time.
Mm.
Time is a big factor.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's an African thing.
The managing time, the keeping time, or
Yes.
Okay.
We have 1.5 hours to eat food in a destination. 2 hours, people are still talking.
Yeah.
Eating. So we really have to emphasize on timekeeping.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that you ensure that you experience everything.
Yeah.
So that you even save the time
Yes.
to go for shopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That really I felt that point about the eating part because I'm also a very poor feeder. So I'm imagining for children what happens in the case and scenario where it's time to eat and there are these children who just eat slowly or they're just taking their sweet time. And especially for teens, I know they don't want to be rushed. So how do you handle that with the chaperones?
One is preparing the teachers in advance that
Okay.
we will have a duration of 2 hours for lunchtime.
Okay.
Of course, 1 hour is enough to probably you can get in a destination where it's so full, there's so many people, especially if you're traveling during summer or in a different destination where maybe there are festivals, can take a lot of time. But we do prepare 2 hours for meals.
Okay.
So that you have adequate time to procure the meals and sit down also to consume. Yeah.
Okay. That puts my heart at ease.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go back to the drawing board. Now the students you have left with the students. Do you carry part of the school team, or what assurance do you give the school that your children are in safe hands? They will be coming back 10 days later. How do you go about that?
School trips have completely different from just a leisure trip. Yeah. One, they have a very central objective. You are going on a discovery. You're going on an exploration.
Yes.
You're going on you're trying to prove a hypothesis. If I just do make it complex like that. So meaning the itinerary, even how it's said, it's supposed to support that. So starting from safety, we do work with regulated partners in all over the world. These are companies, these are suppliers, these are partners. Some could be universities, some could be private companies, some could be even government organizations that we are working with them. By fact being regulated, they're also in umbrella for dealing with school trips, meaning they know they are dealing with school trips in their local country.
Yes.
They know how to deal with the education.
Okay.
They know the best places, how to even pick an accommodation. And I would say it's a challenge because some parents may not know that picking one accommodation over the other has been defined by other factors.
Okay.
That these are students and they are not adults.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do work with regulated and also accredited partners. The other aspect is we do have chaperone. Every trip is compulsory, even by Ministry of Education, to have a male and female chaperone. Even if you are taking 30 boys and one girl, it's a compulsory to have that.
Okay.
And whenever there's a trip, there's no chaperone. Of course, we have members from our team who go for every trip. Every international trip that we do at Readtrips, we have an accompanying member from Readtrips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every trip, no matter the destination.
Yes.
Whether
yes.
it's Uganda, whether it's Rwanda, whether it's Cape Town,
Yes.
whether it's America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. What's the ratio of the chaperone to the students? Is there a ratio?
There's no issue. This really depends on the school, but the most ideal that we advise school is have at least 1:7. 1:7. That you have seven students, you have at least one chaperone. Yeah, don't bring a group of 35 and you only have one chaperone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm sure you spoke about sometimes the learners being disengaged and maybe you're going on this trip. So how do you make sure to balance the learning and the fun? Because I mean, it's a trip. They are going to go outside the country. Everyone wants to have fun. You also don't want to be feeling like you are going back to the classroom.
Yes.
So how do you make sure to balance it's learning, it's also you're having fun while at it?
It also go back to the itinerary. How you define the itinerary can actually make or break a trip.
Okay.
It also depends on the age. Yeah. At Readtrips, we do handle students from elementary school, from high school, all the way to university level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they all have different needs. For elementary schools, high schools, the itinerary has to be a bit flexible. One learning activity in the morning and in the afternoon are a less engaging activity. It could be going to a water park. It could be going to a theme park. Could be going to a museum.
Okay.
Could be going even to a picnic.
Yeah.
You're just doing a picnic in a beautiful garden.
Yes.
Or it could be also an activity like maybe pot making in one of these craft shops, especially a country like Japan. We do have this kind of experiences.
Yeah.
Origami, making paper, washi. Those are now hands-on activities that are not really, someone is not studying in front of the student telling them.
Yeah,
but now they are
teaching them.
engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's fun.
So we do balance the program. It all go back to the program.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's amazing. And I mean, we are on the Teachers Launch podcast, so I have a question for the teachers as well.
Yes.
Is there a package for the teachers? Of course, either to experience, one could be experiencing the different system of learning that other countries have, maybe how people do things there, or even just for fun for teachers.
We are yet to define, to prepare one, but it's a very, very rich idea.
Yes.
And because our trips are defined by the subjects, we do have areas of interest that we could encourage teachers to really expose themselves. One is teaching and technology, using the tools that you're using. I would say some of the trip we just concluded in Singapore, the teaching was quite a bit different. Yeah, even how they are using technology, how they are using computer, how they are using even AI in learning. Sometimes we are looking at it from a very theoretical, but them they are on a very practical mode.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking of Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
These are Taiwan, South Korea. We're looking at China. We're looking at Singapore, Malaysia by extension. They are quite advanced.
Wow.
And for any teacher who is in the technology space, it could be a good area that we could be able to have a visit and explore. So we are going to do something.
Please think about it. And it's not even just maybe any teacher. They don't have to be teaching technology.
Yes.
It's actually any teacher, because the way the world is moving, everyone is involved in tech. Even me as an English teacher, I'm using tech somewhere.
Yes.
We're also trying to balance the curriculum and making sure we're not very theoretical.
Yes.
So think about it. That would be a very good avenue to explore.
True. I also add on, even for teachers who are in humanities and also global perspectives.
Oh, yeah.
We do visit even international institutions.
Wow.
We're talking of UNESCO. We're talking of even to university level institution like ICC. Like I have a trip coming in October we're visiting International Criminal Court, ICC, with a group of law students.
Wow.
We are going to be going to European Commission.
Yes.
So even as a teacher, this institution define your understanding and how you're also going to disseminate that to your students. You know, you become an inspiring figure to your students.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Amazing. I like that. And I know the teachers can't wait for an opportunity to move away, because what best than me telling my students that I have actually been here and I have experienced this, you know?
It's very powerful.
Yes.
Very, very powerful.
For sure.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Now let's talk to the parents or teachers who would want to get started. By the way, apart from schools, do you have or work with parents independently? If a parent is not attached to a school and they would want to travel using Readtrips, is there anything that of that sort?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do have tailor-made trips depending on the need, what they want, and even the time. We curate according to the need, as long as they meet the group threshold.
Okay.
If it's from seven students or 7 learners, we are able to help. And on top of that, if the parents want to be involved, yeah, we do have. There's an amazing product we are really coming up with, and it's for parents. And we have also got some interest from some schools who wanted to take it. Let me not spill the beans.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, tell us more.
But definitely you see it. You really see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Tell us more so that Humphrey can open up about that thing they're cooking. But I like that idea. And I like that it's not cast on stone that you have to be attached to a school for you to experience these experiences. All right. So what would be your takeaway? This is our parting shot. We are coming to the end. So what is that one thing you'd want whoever is watching, would it be a parent, a school head? What would be your call to action? What would you want them to do? Maybe regarding trips, what would you want them to do for their child?
One, make it intentional.
Okay.
That you want to expose your child to the world. I would say how we do as retreats, we plan for trip even 4 years in advance. I have a trip to Austria in 2028 for school.
Wow.
Yeah. And by being intentional means that this is what the goal I want. That by the time my child finishes this or transition to the next stage of learning,
Yes.
I have given them an exposure. You can start planning that for even 6 years in advance.
Okay.
You know, there are many ways to even start paying for that. There are some well-advanced schools. I know there's a school we served for, and parents contribute to an account. When the child reaches to this stage of learning, they are entitled to an international trip. And you find the whole class.
Yeah. Wow.
You have started doing that 5 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I would encourage even leaders, school leaders, to do it.
Yeah.
Because it also helps to equalize the learning experience, you know.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see there are some students who transition and they finish school and they have never had an international experience. And it's my goal and my dream that if there would be a way, everyone would have that. It really transformed the way I see the world and how I relate to the world.
Yes.
The other aspect for school leaders is a school trip is not really a recreational trip. It's not really the trip, holiday trip. Yeah. You can enrich it further by even engaging the rightful organization, the rightful company. Because I do see some schools making a mistake of, this person organized my honeymoon. They want to organize me a trip. Remember, I told you, as school trip, you are going on a mission and exploration.
Yes.
And that mission, what you need most is access. You know, you want access to people who can refine, who can enrich. Remember, even when you are setting your teachers there with a group of students, they are your ambassadors. They're going to build network.
Sure.
So you need them to access the rightful places and the rightful contacts who can define even the whole institution. Yes.
All right. Wow. Okay. Plant children, hello. parents who plan for their children. Hello, we've talked about intentionality, and I love that. So, is there an option for parents who probably feel maybe that trip might be very expensive and not in my budget? You have said you plan even for like 4 years, you have a trip for 2028. We are in 2026. So, is there an option to probably like save pole pole? Is there such an option for parents who want to also plan for their kids without feeling that hassle of, yeah?
Or you mean payment?
Yes.
We really have not onboarded the payment structure
Okay.
because it also requires a lot of approval from the school.
Okay.
It has a different scheme, and yes, if a school want to onboard that and it's put it in their policy, it's also the parents they know, the school community knows, then would be happy to onboard
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We'd be
So
happy
not
to-
yet there, but you're happy to explore.
We are happy actually to work with a school that is doing that.
Yes.
Because that way we help them to derive value
Yes.
by the contribution in how you plan for the trip.
Yes.
And also how the packages that you prepare on their behalf.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So parents, release your children to go for read trips. Yeah. And thank you so much, Humphrey, for allowing us to explore this. I hope the parents start connecting with you this early, get to know about that 2028 trip. How can parents find you, find read trips? Maybe you can plug if they're in any social media platforms.
Yeah, we do have our active website
Okay.
where we feature different trips.
Okay.
We do have our social channels all the way from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay.
We also do we do interviews for students who have gone for our trips to find out where they are right now. Yeah, we have amazing students who have transitioned to different, like I know MIT.
Yes.
There are those I know they're in Princeton.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, when I see a student progressing, I
Yeah.
can tell you they have gone for a read trip
Wow.
experience.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I like that.
So we have a feature there on it's called Readtrip Stories.
Yes.
If you go to www.readtrips.com/stories,
Okay.
you will find the content there, which is also accessible on YouTube.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that you've mentioned the success stories because that is something we were supposed to talk about. But he has plugged you where you can go read about those success stories.
Yes.
Something very amazing you have said is that when you see someone progressing very well, you know that they have been on these trips. So again, access, like he said. So thank you very much. Please make sure you check out Read Trips so that you can follow them. Check the success stories. That could be your child as well. And thank you so much. I wish you everything you wish for yourself that causes no harm to others. Kwaheri.
Thank you very much.